Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone and wherever you are. I salute you. I greet you, all my returning subscribers. Thank you so much for helping grow this family. I appreciate you a lot. And if you're tuning in for the first time, you're not left out. I thank you for taking that step to tune into my channel. And I encourage you to go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell icon so you get updated of every upload that comes. All right, thank you all. So here I am bringing you updates with the unrest that is currently going on in South Africa. You know that over the past few days, the province of KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng have been rocked by unprecedented violence and looting. It's been on the massive scale, and this actually was incited by calls to free the former president, Jacob Zuma. I told you guys in my other video that Jacob Zuma was handed a 15-month jail sentence last week. So the supporters have been crying that he had to be free. He must be released. So this protest quickly descended into mass chaos, and it has caused a lot of harm. It has caused a lot of economic damage, whatever I can think of. So far, I can tell you, more than 70 people have died in this unrest. It's not that they are being shot by the police or by the law enforcement agencies. It could be through stampede or recklessness and whatever you can think of, but statistics reaching us is more than 70 people have died in this unrest, and more than 1,200 have been arrested in connection with mass looting. This is very bad, considering that this season South Africa is currently on level 4 lockdown due to the rapid increase in COVID infection and the Delta variant that is being spotted in South Africa. That's when this thing is happening. As a result of this unrest, vaccination drives have had to be halted in several areas as a result of the violence. So you can imagine this happening at this time when the whole world is on crisis as a result of COVID-19. Now, another unrest setting up in parts of South Africa that had to lead to vaccination drives to be halted. It's kind of halting the process of people getting the vaccine administered to them. It's terrible. It's very terrible. We all wish that this could just come to an end, but the good news today is that everywhere has been quiet today. It's been quiet today. We've not heard of any crowd forming anywhere as a regard of going to loot or something. So it kind of has quieted down today in many areas. Actually, it's kind of quieted down today. What is going on is that if you move around communities in the province of KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng, ordinary citizens, they've taken it into their own hands now to form vigilante groups, because it got to the point that even the police cannot help. Even the police cannot help. Houses are being broken into. People are being attacked. So ordinary citizens had to take it into their own hand to form vigilante group around various communities. Though the senior officials in South Africa has appealed to ordinary citizens not to take law into their own hands. But in such situation, my question is this. I ask this question. You are appealing to ordinary citizens not to take laws into their own hands. Now, let's say at a checkpoint, the vigilantes checkpoint I'm talking about. Now, this group of miscreants, this group of disgruntled elements, pardon pardon the language I use, but it has gone to that point. Now, imagine a situation that this group are coming to attack a particular community. What do you expect the vigilante to do? They should appeal to them to turn back and not attack them. So, I don't know what the meaning of "don't take laws into your own hands" mean. Because I, for one, if anyone comes to attack me, I will take the laws into my own hands. I have to protect myself. I have to protect my family. You all got what I mean? So, but that is that on that. The good news is things are getting okay as regards to the violence. But now let's talk about the shops that have been looted. Not just looted. They loot the shop, and after looting, they set the shops ablaze. Now it's gonna take a whole lot of time. I'm not talking about weeks, I'm not talking about months. We're talking about years here for most of these shops to recover, because you are not just recovering from stock, you're also recovering from damage to structure, damage to the building. It's have to take a lot. So now talking also, what about the employees? What about employees of these shops, of these companies that have been destroyed, has been vandalized? You know that currently South Africa is facing over 9 million unemployment rate. Now, adding to what has happened, you can imagine what that figure is going to be. You can imagine what that figure is going to be, because a lot of people are going to sit at home. A whole lot of people. As I talk to you now, there is shortage in foodstuff in KwaZulu-Natal, in Gauteng province. There's shortage in foodstuff because shops are being broken, looted, destroyed. The few shops that were not that somehow they were lucky to escape this. Today I had to go around. There were lots of queue that I've never seen. People waiting to get into the shop. People are waiting in the queue for like hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. Finally, when you get into the shop, you find out there's nothing else there for you to buy, because people wake up 3 a.m., 4 a.m., go and form a queue so that they can be able to get into the shop and, buy some of the essential commodities, food, toiletries. There's a situation that we're facing here in KwaZulu-Natal and also in Gauteng. There's a situation that's happening, But we all are praying that it gets better, because this is not a South Africa that we've come to cherish. This is not a South Africa that we've come to love. This is not a South Africa that we envisioned. It's really getting out of hand. SNDF have been deployed in many places. SNDF is the South African National Defence Force. They've been deployed. I heard on the news earlier yesterday that they've been deployed in many places to help monitor the situation, because somehow it's been confirmed that the controversial former head of State Security Agency, Rogue Special Operative Units, in the name of Tulani Dlomo, he's been identified as a prime suspect being investigated for fomenting the violent unrest in KwaZulu-Natal. This is what the news says. So I don't know if they have I don't know if it's a fact, but that's what the news says. But like we all know that where there's a smoke, there's always a fire. Exactly, where there's a smoke, there's always a fire. So I came across this article today doing my research. I'm just going to read it out for you guys so you all can listen. All right. It says, in many parts of Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal, the two provinces hit by the violence, vigilante groups and armed community patrols have formed as anxious residents seek to protect their homes and businesses. Speaking in North Johannesburg, Bekithele, the police minister, called on ordinary people to work with the soldiers. You work with the police, your community in blue, those that work with the police station. He added, we are fine with that, but the problem starts when they go for parallel structures. They go themselves and shoot the people and all that. Well, it is mob justice. Vigilantism, when people take law into their own hands. Currently, the death toll from almost a week of unrest has risen to 72, some from gunshot wounds, and more than 1,750 people have been arrested. The crisis was sparked last week when the former president Jacob Zuma was taken to prison to begin a 15-month sentence for contempt of court after refusing to appear before a judiciary inquiry investigating corruption under his 9-year rule, which ended in 2018. Zuma's decision to hand himself in was seen as a victory for the rule of law, but protests organized by his supporters quickly evolved into widespread violence and looting, with crowds breaking into shopping malls before turning on warehouses, service stations, and distribution centers. The unrest has so far been almost entirely limited to South Africa's two most densely populated provinces. That's Gauteng, where Johannesburg, the largest city and economic powerhouse, is located, and KwaZulu-Natal, Zuma's home province. Main roads in both provinces have been cut and supplies of food, fuel, and medicines badly disrupted. A faltering COVID-19 vaccination program has been hit along with other health issues. Alright, that's the article. And this is actually true. This is true. There's a whole lot of shortage of things. Health facilities have been broken into. Man. But like I said, today was better than the other days. At least today we didn't hear of any unrest happening anywhere. But the destruction is too much. It has left the streets with debris, with rubble. It's all looking like the world has come to an end in these two provinces. But we pray and we believe that everything will be fine. For the meantime, we are still looking over our shoulders. We're still looking over our shoulders in terms of safety. We believe that everything's going to be fine. Thank you so much for tuning in. I just got here today to give us updates on the situation. Thank you all. Remember to subscribe. Remember to hit the bell icon. Remember to like and share, please, so everyone will know what's happening in South Africa, KwaZulu-Natal and Gauteng province. Thank you all. I will see you all next time. Remain blessed. Scots.